Do not panic when you hear chemical, acid, exfoliation against physical. I'm going to tell you what they are, when you might need them, what skin types you may well need them for. Listen up. This is going to be the quick fire version, she says, hopefully, as always, as if I'm ever really quick. Physical. A physical exfoliator means grainy bits, which can be anything. They can be walnuts, coconut shells, apricot. You must have used the St. Ives apricot scrub. There's like no British girl that didn't grow up and get that scrub when they were 12. Did you have it? You can have, we've got one with avocado stones in bamboo. They're bits, and they basically, they're physical. They physically rub the top dead layers of your skins off. Hence the name physical. What's good about them? They're readily accessible. They're everywhere. You're not scared of them. You know about them. You've met them, like since you were 12. And they're really awesome to use. You can't help but feel really clean, really scrubbed. And they will grade. You'll get ones that are really, really mild. Like in Pink's Boutique, we purposely made a beyond mild one for people that have got eczema and psoriasis. So it's like a crushed up rose kernel scrub. So you don't feel that really scrubby. And then we go all the way through to like Proverb, where for some of our male scrubs, we literally feel like you're really, really going for it. So they feel great. Downsides of them, people have frequently used them too much. And some dermatologists argue that if you use them a lot, you can actually, if you're in a lab looking at a microscope, you can actually get like micro tears on the skin. There is some argument that a chemical exfoliator, where we're going next, doesn't do that. So that's the kind of pros and cons of physical, but you are much more likely to have those in your life. They are really good. I would use them if you're oily. I would use them if you were dry, but only maybe once or twice a week. If you are sensitive, you've got to look out for both schools, but be careful with this. You need to basically change the grain. So you need to be testing and going for a grain that is physically smaller, that has, when you rub it on your hand or you rub it on your neck to test it, it just doesn't feel really, really tough. Don't use a really, really brutal, gritty feeling one if you are sensitive. Chemicals, chemical exfoliators. So what a chemical exfoliator does is it also takes off the dead skin cell layers, but it does it in a different way. They will usually have acids of some sort. So AHAs, BHAs, I will do you a video on acids. So they're normally like fruit acids is the most frequent one, where they basically sit on your skin and they dissolve the glues that bind skin cells together, hence the skin cell can shed off. That's what a chemical exfoliator is. They're not as obvious. They come in different forms. Most likely you will come across them in a toner, liquid, spray, or a pad. So like the pre-made pads. You can put some of those things into moisturizers, but you'll mostly be finding them probably in a liquid. Why I would use them? Argument by dissolving that you're not getting micro tears. So that is a good thing. You can get different grades of acid. So you can go from mild through to really strong. So a bit like the physicals, you can grade up and down. Downsides, organic world, which obviously is where I'm mostly interested. You can get them, but they're not massively frequent. Now, their origins often come from plants and fruits. So you would think they should be easy to get through certification. But the problem is they are technically registered as irritants, a lot of them. Like, if you're super sensitive, you can find that they can sting. So a lot of the organic boards don't jump when you want to put them in an organic product. Hence, truthfully, in Pink's Boutique, we don't have any. In Proverb, for the first time, we did take a BHA. We've got salicylic acid in our moisturizer. So it's starting to come through, but you don't find them maybe quite as frequently in the organic world because people are much more interested in quelling and calming. If you are sensitive, you've really got to know what you're doing. You can't pick all of them up and use them. You've got to have a very low percentage, and you need to know about acids. So you need to watch the acid video. For the rest of the skin types, yes, dry skins, yes, but you need AHAs, best on a dry skin for anti-aging. And if you're oily, you need BHAs. You basically need salicylic acid to break it down. So that is what chemical ones are. and that's who should use them, and that's the pros and cons of both of them. They all exist. You need to know about all of them. YouTube, tell me what you're using. Like, what's worked, what's not worked. What do you want to see next? If you want to know about any of the Pink's Boutique exfoliators or Proverb exfoliators in more detail, then let me know. Please subscribe, please like, please do comments, please do all those things, and I will heavenly go off like a white angel to skincare heaven. And I will see you next time. Thanks, team.